There is a flower in this garden that has been making the same quiet promise every summer for centuries. It arrived in Europe through Spanish botanical study, named not for its colour, not for its country of origin, but for what it represented. Order, harmony, the universe arranged perfectly. And that flower was Cosmos. And as you stand before it on a summer morning, the feathery green foliage catching the light, those tissue paper petals opening in pink and white and the deepest crimson, you understand immediately why 18th century botanists looked at this Mexican wildflower and thought, yes, that's the right name. This is the story of Cosmos, where it came from, how to grow it, and why once it finds your garden it never quite leaves. Cosmos bipinnatus is native to Mexico and parts of Central America, where it grows wild on rocky hillsides and open ground. Cheerful and utterly unbothered by poor soil, fierce sun, and the kind of heat that discourages most things from flowering. It was collected and studied during the Spanish exploration of the Americas, and formally named in 1791 by the Spanish botanist Antonio José Cavanilles. He chose the Greek word cosmos, meaning order, harmony, or the organised universe, because the flower's petals sit in such a striking symmetry around the central disc that it seemed almost mathematically deliberate. There is something humbling about that a flower growing at the edge of the dusty Mexican track could be seen by the right eyes as a model of cosmic arrangement. Cosmos reached European gardens by the late 18th century and became popular in cottage and ornamental gardens during the 19th century. The Victorians admired its long flowering season and airy habit, and it soon appeared in cutting gardens and in formal borders alongside sweet peas and hollyhocks. In Mexico, Cosmos is sometimes associated with the Day of the Dead, where flowers are used to honour and remember the departed, though marigolds remain the most traditional bloom of that celebration. The flower named for the cosmos, placed as an offering to those who have passed through it. This is a piece of history worth carrying into your garden. Cosmos is, without question, one of the easiest flowers to grow from seed. And that is not a qualification, it's generally forgiving in the way that few plants are. In the UK you can sow outdoors from mid-April through to May, once the risk of hard frost has passed. Rake the soil lightly, scatter seeds and cover with a thin layer of compost or fine soil. They usually germinate within 7 to 10 days. The same can be done by sowing in pots and then planting out once the last frosts have faded away. There is one mistake worth naming because it's a common one: rich soil. If your border is heavily fed or over-enriched, Cosmos will reward you with magnificent leafy foliage and fewer flowers. This is a plant that performs best when slightly hungry. Lean, free-draining soil or a gritty mix in containers encourages stronger flowering. Thin the seedlings once they reach about 10 centimetres tall. Though they might look delicate at first, their feathery foliage has almost an infernal quality in the early weeks, but they establish quickly and climb steadily through early summer. If your garden's exposed, they may need some support. Some varieties reach more than a metre in height or more, and on a breezy hillside that requires thinking about. A few canes or a length of garden twine looped discreetly around the centre of the clump is usually enough to support them. One variety deserves a particular mention, the chocolate cosmos. Deep burgundy, almost black, and carrying a faint scent reminiscent of dark chocolate in warm sunshine. The original wild population is believed to be extinct, and cultivated plants are propagated because the modern clone is sterile. Nearly every chocolate cosmos grown today descends from that surviving cultivated line. That is the kind of detail that makes a flower extraordinary. We're now halfway through the growing year. The seeds are in, the seedlings are finding their feet, but what comes next? Through the long weeks of summer into autumn is where cosmos earns its reputation. Once established, cosmos asks very little. Water during dry spells, particularly in the first few weeks after germination. After that it becomes remarkably drought tolerant, another legacy of those sun-baked Mexican hillsides. Deadhead regularly. This is the single most important thing you can do to extend the season. Remove spent blooms before seed heads fully mature and the plant redirects its energy back into flowering. And if you do this consistently from July onwards, cosmos will often bloom until the first hard frost, sometimes for 3 or 4 continuous months. And if you want self-seeding, and with cosmos you usually do, leave a handful of seed heads towards the end of the season. And in milder parts of the UK, cosmos can self-seed surprisingly well. The plants appear in slightly different positions each year, weaving themselves through the border with a naturalness that no amount of deliberate planting can quite replicate. Cosmos is one of the finest cut flowers in the cottage garden. Cut the stems in the morning when the flowers are just beginning to open. Place them immediately into cold water and they will usually last around 5 to 7 days in a vase. For pollinators, cosmos is exceptional. The open-faced flowers with their accessible central discs are ideal for hoverflies, bees and butterflies. The nectar is easy to reach and the blooms continue for months. So you can plant cosmos alongside vegetables as well as in ornamental borders. Grown near brassicas or climbing beans, they can help attract hoverflies. And the hoverfly larvae are voracious aphid eaters. Companion planting that looks beautiful and earns its place ecologically. And then there's something worth reflecting in that name, cosmos, the ordered universe. Cavanilles saw in the Mexican wildflower the same geometry that philosophers and mathematicians had spent centuries trying to describe. There was radial symmetry, repeating patterns, and structure emerging naturally from growth itself. And yet cosmos scattered loosely across bare soil will find its own arrangement. And by late July they settle into something that feels entirely natural, entirely right. There's no planting grid, no rigid design, just a flower doing what it always done. The garden teaches this quietly if we let it. Order is not imposed and sometimes it simply arrives. Cosmos by Pinatas is easy to grow, generous with its blooms, carries centuries of history in every feathery leaf. Scatter the seed, give it a little sun, a little lean soil and a little patience, and it will remind you every summer why it is named for the universe itself. If you've enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. There is more to explore in the garden and more stories behind the flowers we grow. And as always, this is the quiet beauty of the garden. And welcome to the Bear in the Garden channel.